Alright guys, welcome to Yinchuan, the capital city of Ningxia Autonomous Region, which is the northwestern part of China. And today we're going to have a look around the city at some hopefully very interesting historical sites. Let's get going. Ningxia is a small region of China bordered by Inner Mongolia, Gansu and Shanxi. Yinchuan, its capital, is located in the north. Well, that looks nice. That's a Jade Emperor Pavilion. Let's see if we can get in. How do we get in here? So this original pavilion was Ming Dynasty, but was destroyed during an earthquake, like a lot of the city apparently, and rebuilt under the Qianlong Emperor's reign in the 1700s. It's quite nice. Now I read that this is the only surviving ancient wooden building anywhere in the city. But there is a drum tower here which I'm going to have a look at later. I'm not sure how old that is. I think that's of a similar age. I'll have a look a little bit later in the video, I hope. Well, there's not a lot to see there, but it's a nice old building right in the middle of town. So worth a look. Also, it's free. You just walk in, you know. I had to sign a piece of paper though, for some reason. Alright guys, so this is the Chengtian Temple in central Yinchuan. It's one of the key historic sites of the city. There's been a temple here for hundreds and hundreds of years. What we see now is a little bit more recent. A lot of it was built in the Ming or Qing dynasty. Most famous for this. Let's do our circumambulation of the pagoda and then we're going to climb it. It's 64 meters high and it's a very hot day. It's going to be sweaty, I think. Anyway, let's get going. Well, they have cameras in here. There I am. This is looking east out of the top of the pagoda, which means if we go this way, we're looking out the west window. In the distance over there you can just see the Helan Mountains. A few hundred years ago, about 800 years ago, that's where the Mongols came over these mountains and laid waste to this place. Today the mountains are famous for wine production. One of China's most famous wine producing regions. It's a huge part of the economy here in Ningxia. Also, a little bit of trivia for you. You'll notice that this temple faces east-west, which is different to basically all Chinese temples, which are always on a north-south axis. That is because it's an Islamic part of China. Even a temple, this is not a mosque obviously, it's a temple, but even this faces towards Mecca. I actually came here during the COVID years and tried to film and kind of failed. It's a pretty marvellous pagoda. It was first built in 1050 under the Western Xia dynasty who ruled these parts, but that pagoda collapsed due to earthquakes, I believe, and the one we see now was much later. It was built in 1820 in the same design as the original one though, so it's a Qing dynasty pagoda. Nice one. That's a lovely temple. Green, full of birds, flowers. Anyway, let's see what else we can find in Yinchuan. Let's go. This is Haibao Park, also pretty central in the city. It's also quite famous for a temple which sits in the middle of it, and another pagoda which looks absolutely amazing. Again, I came here
a few years ago and enjoyed it and filmed nothing. Just see in the distance over there, the top of the pagoda is just visible. Very Islamic style top. Well, this is all very lovely, isn't it? What a beautiful, beautiful city YINCHUAN is. It's, you know, Ningxia is, it's one of the poorer provinces in China, and it's one of the smallest, least populated, and it's probably not on many people's, you know, list of travel destinations in China. It should be though. It's great. It really is great. The city here, YINCHUAN, is probably the most visited places. It's the capital of the province, but some of the other places, I think, just so far off the beaten path, and that is where I'll be going for the next few days, I hope, before I make my move to Inner Mongolia. 10 renminbi to get in. There's quite nice lions at the gate, aren't they? Let's have a look. It's very quiet and peaceful and lovely in here. It's built on this huge brick platform. I don't actually think you can climb this one, unfortunately, but let's go and have a little look anyway. Let's go and have a look. I think we can just walk around the bottom of the pagoda. We can't go in. So there's been a pagoda here since maybe the 4th century. The one we see now was built in 1778 during the reign of Emperor Qianlong. That's the Qing dynasty. Monks gotta exercise. Ping pong, basketball, gotta be the two most famous popular sports in China. Every student in China, I swear, plays basketball and ping pong. So this is weird. What do we think all of these red handprints are for? This is the bell tower of the temple, and the whole thing is covered in red handprints. All right, so I asked the bloke about the red hands, and he said that a while back they had some kind of, I don't know, festival or something at the temple, and everyone, all the worshippers, did that. And I was like, okay, for any reason? He was like, I don't know. So yeah, basically, it's not just random vandalism. It's it was part of some kind of celebration or something at the temple. The fella also told me that actually you used to be able to climb the tower, but at the moment the stairs inside have, I think, collapsed. So they're you know, currently they're fixing them up. But again, when I came here 2-3 years ago, it also wasn't open, so I don't know, maybe they're not going to reopen it as a climbable pagoda. Look, it's so great. Right, time to get out of this sun. Let's see what else we can find, shall we? I'm ready for a beer though, I'll tell you that. It is hot. Wow, look at this place, it's so great. Butterflies and birds. YINCHUAN, I'm sold. Come and live here. Maybe I will. Right, while we're doing this video, it's my first one from this trip. Let me give you a very quick brief about my plan for this trip. It's not as organised as my previous trips. Basically, I'm going to spend maybe a week or so here in Ningxia. Got a few things I want to see. And then I'm going to go to Inner Mongolia, which I've never been to before in my whole life. And my plan is to just go east. I've got a few things I want to look at in Inner Mongolia, which all look very difficult to get to. Great, can't wait. But actually I'm kind of winging it a little bit this time. So there's going to be a lot of reading on the trip, a lot of figuring out how to get places. Inner Mongolia, if you take a quick look at a map, is huge. It's absolutely massive. From east to west, it's like basically the length of China. So traveling, getting around is not that easy compared to other parts of China, because also it's not very densely populated, as you can imagine. But basically the road I'm taking will hopefully get me to Xanadu, Shangdu as it's called in Chinese, which was the old summer capital of the Mongol dynasty, the Yuan dynasty. The city was laid to waste, however, and is in ruins, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It looks great. It's a name that, I don't know, it's just a name that I think everyone knows, and it has some mystery about it, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go and have a look. So that is the drum tower. Let's go and we have to, I don't know how to get to it actually. It's in the middle of a roundabout, there's no road, so we just have to brave it and run across. Alright, let's go. Alright, I'm in. I asked the guard to give me a little bit of info. He said it's Qing dynasty. It was built in 1821. Not super old, but nevertheless pretty cool though. Just south of the drum tower, this is for all of your food needs, the standard pedestrian street every Chinese city must have. It's been a fantastic start to a new journey. What a great place Yinchuan is. Some wonderful people and some great history. I've got some pretty high hopes for the next few weeks of travel, but it's been a very hot day today, so there's only one thing left to do. Oh, much needed. That's very nice. Lots of pilsner. This is the, you can see on the sign over there, it's called the Drum Tower Brewery. I came here a couple of years ago as well. Nice spot. Man, that one quick pint just turned into 5. That was a nice little place though. If you're in Ningxia, go to the Drum Tower Brewery. This is a non-paid for promotion, by the way. Anyway, that's the end of the video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow I'll be heading elsewhere in Ningxia. It's true, I am a white boy. That kid was right. So I'll be heading further south tomorrow. So until next time, all the best, guys. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.